Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dean's podcast, or Dean Walker's podcast, I should say. I just wanted to talk a few minutes, take some time from you, take some time from me, just to talk about the apocalypse and what will happen and how it will happen, and all these stories and everything. Now, first things first, I ain't no what's it called? I'm not someone that prepares. I'm not a prepper. I don't prepare for the end of the world. I'm not one of these people that have hundreds of thousands of pounds stashed away in cash, food, off the grid, vehicles off the grid, places to stay. I'm not one of these people, but I do honestly think the apocalypse will definitely happen. It's more to the fact of when it will happen rather than if. Now, the reason why I say that is because over the last year, we've been seeing so much stuff, so many predictions coming true that people have said about the global warming to a virus hitting the world. And I honestly think that we are at the start. So we are at the start of the apocalypse. Now, with that, it's when will we officially go to the next step, because obviously the apocalypse takes a lot longer than what the movies and TV shows show us. And the question is now, when is the next step? Because surprisingly, in this past year, no governments have collapsed. But that doesn't mean they're not going to collapse. It's just a matter of when governments will collapse. Because with these preppers, I see a lot going on YouTube. I watch a lot of them, to be fair, not to get inspiration or anything, just to see what goes through their mind, why they do it. And I do understand that some people are worried about what is coming. Some people even believe that the zombie apocalypse is coming. That thought has crossed my mind, but I don't think that will happen. I believe that the apocalypse that we're gonna have is an environmental apocalypse where Mother Nature wants to take her ground back because we've fucked it. Yeah, we fucked it good. Now, why do I think we fucked it good? Well, let's be realistic. Look what has happened over the past 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years. We've been building on top of lands that are not really meant to be building on top of. We're making moves to better ourselves because of the population, but what Mother Nature doesn't want is to be overpopulated. Now, with that, that's why I honestly think that Mother Nature is taking down these ice poles. These ice poles? If I want an ice pole, I would have gone Tesco. These icebergs. I think we're gonna see some form of, in the next, say, I won't say 50 years. I'll probably say a little bit longer. 15. No. 150 years per se. 100 to 150 years. We could actually be living off water. Not having land no more. I think land will be scarce because as the icebergs and the Atlantic melt, all that water's got to go somewhere. So with us being in the UK, I can see in the next probably 50 to 60 years that this is going to be broken up into a number of islands rather than the UK as one whole island. I can honestly see that happening. Now, will it happen in my lifetime? Probably not. Will it happen in my kids' lifetime? Probably. We'll just have to see, because in the UK we have ridiculous amounts of flooding year in, year out. The defences that they are using to stop these coming in, the barriers at the Thames, it's not working realistically, because when it rains, it rains. Like, this country was meant for rain, but obviously with global warming, it's getting warmer earlier. Floods are happening more often. We're not prepared to handle that situation. I don't think the whole world is ready to handle that situation now. If we prepare ourselves individually to get ready and prepare our children to what's happening, then yeah, I can see that honestly happening. Now, what I mean by prepare, I don't mean go all Navy SEAL and you have to buy everything. You have to buy everything. We must have this, we must have that. These things are going to happen slowly. Now, the best way I can be the best dad I can be is to teach my kids, okay, how to read a map, what north, south, east and west is, as well as knowing how to cook and how to hunt, which I already know how to do. I've used a bow and arrow. I've gutted a fish. I've gutted an animal to eat. And even though they are gross things, they are necessary things, especially when you're on your own. But this is not me preparing my children for the world to end. These things can be used in everyday life, in camping, in case they get lost and they have to travel back by walking. These little things will happen. And the things that I teach my kids will be beneficial to them in the long run. Especially like reading the map, what way north, south, east and west is. Because I bet you any money, a lot of these millennial kids don't even know what way is west and what way is east. All they know is Google. So when my kids come to see me, I will be taking their phones, the iPads, the whatever, and we will be showing what's what, why and where. Because come end of the day, they need to learn the little things in life rather than the big things like cooking, teaching them how to cook, teaching them how to get water for themselves by a stream. Sorry, making sure they know how to boil water. Making sure they know that you have to boil water before you even bother drink it from a stream. But yeah, that was just a little thank you very much, guys. I just wanted to give a quick something that was on my mind for the last 24 hours. But yeah, thank you very much for listening, and I will be doing another video, probably on another topic. But the apocalypse, please, in the description, in the comments below, tell me what you think, what will happen, when it will happen. I'd love to see some feedback from you guys. Thank you very much for listening. I've been your host, Dean Walker, and I'll speak to you again soon.